Can you really build a $10,000 a month business in less than 20 minutes? I know that sounds absolutely insane, but you can, and I'm about to show you how, using over 5 years' experience of building my own business from zero, and have now generated over 2.5 million in revenue and 1 million in the last year. I've literally cracked the code of reaching $10,000 per month really easily in my first year, and I'm going to show you how in the next 30 minutes. Hello, my name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is called Menoboss, and it's aimed at helping women over 40 build an online business. I built up an entire business called Body by Bikini, and you can literally steal this training that I'm going to give you in this video and build this business for yourself and turn it into $1 million business like me. But first, I'm going to get you to a solid $10,000 per month. So let's go to step one. When I built my online business, I decided on a niche that was totally unconnected with my work. It was my passion. I lived and breathed this topic, literally. It was fitness and weight loss. I was actually a stage competitor and really passionate about transforming my own body. And then what I wanted to do is help other women transform their bodies. So this is the first consideration for you. What are you really passionate about in your life? Most successful niches fall into one of three themes: health, wealth, and happiness. Those are the things you shouldn't fail at being able to make money online. But you also need to consider what you're good at, because you're going to be turning that passion into a business and you're going to be teaching others. So you really do need to be good at it. In my case, I was fantastic at fitness and weight loss because I'd transformed my own body. I'd literally gone from fat to fit despite being in menopause and many trainers telling me it wasn't possible. And to consistently make $10,000 a month and get your business off the ground and be able to grow from there, you need to have a passion and you need to be really good at it. Your entire business has to center around nailing this aspect, as this is one of the simplest business models to grow and scale, because all it requires is something that you already know inside out and love, and more importantly, that you will teach. This kind of business is called an online education business, and it's part of a rapidly growing industry projected to be worth a whopping $1 trillion by 2032. That's now just one of my businesses, but I do have others. But this first business was educating women over 40 to lose weight. And it started off small, and now I've had over 13,000 customers. And remember, the more that you refine your niche, the better. So I didn't simply decide I was going to do fitness. I niched down into women over 40. The more that you can specifically target and identify your niche, the better. It's no good trying to appeal to everyone. You don't make money that way. So if you use my example, Nike already have a free app and there are loads of massive players in that market that you just can't compete with. But if you niche down, there's less competition, so you're likely to make much more money. I'll give you an example with dating. Dating is already covered massively and successfully by apps like Match.com and Tinder. But if you did dating for over 50s who love yoga, that is a much smaller niche, and so you're much more likely to make money. So now you've found your niche, let's go to the next step. Once you've decided on your niche, you're going to create your client avatar. That is the person who is your ideal client. Perhaps you've already started your business, a business that you want to take online, and you already know who your typical client is. And so you can create an avatar based on that. But if you don't know, you can just make it up. You want to build a demographic picture of them. What is your ideal client's age? What's their gender? Where do they live? What's their marital or family status? What's their education level, their occupation and income level? What's their lifestyle and personal background? What does a typical day in their life look like? What hobbies or interests do they have? Maybe you've got some people in your circle that might be a typical client in the future. You could ask them if you're not quite sure. You can get really granular about this if you like. It's a good outline of the information you're going to need to start to make money. Take time on this step and please don't miss it. Next, we're going to look at what you are actually going to sell them. In other words, your offer. When I started my online business, I looked at affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is when you're promoting somebody else's product and you take a percentage of the income. I realised I couldn't find a product that was appropriate. And I also quickly realised I'd be able to make more money if I sold my own programs and products, because I would keep 100% of the revenue generated. And so I would make more money and I would make it faster. And that's what I recommend to you. Initially, honestly, I didn't have a lot of confidence to bring out my own programs. I'd never built a fitness or weight loss program in my entire life before. And that's where mindset comes in. Literally anyone can do this. You know, I was good at fitness, so I needed to be good at it to teach it. And therefore, I could build my online programs if I was good enough or great enough to do it. And that's what you've got to think to yourself. If you're really good at this, you can build an online program. But there's one really important thing that we need to talk about. It is not just information that you're selling. It's what we call the offer. And the offer is really important because it's not information-based programs. Nobody is going to pay for that. People don't pay for information. They pay for a transformation. Especially in this day and age with AI. You can find lots of free information online with social media content as well. People are actually craving results and a real transformation. That's where your really solid offer is crucial. Your offer has to be the third thing that you really define. So you've done step 1 and 2. Defined your niche, you've defined your avatar. Now you need to define your offer before you move on to any other part of the business. Otherwise, it's going to go nowhere. And your offer centers around the transformation your avatar will get from selling your unique product. In my case, my business, Body by Bikini, it was the transformation of taking women that were out of shape and transforming them into a bikini body during the time of menopause. But here are some other examples. It could be a money transformation, either earning money, this is what this channel's about, or saving money, maybe being more savvy with money. It could be a romantic transformation, like how to find your soulmate, or it could be a health transformation, like achieving a stress-free life. Remember those 3 themes: health, wealth, and happiness. During this process, you're going to need to identify what your avatar's biggest problem is and develop your offer or program to solve that problem. Next, I'm going to talk about messaging, because you need to use that problem in your messaging. When I first started my online fitness business for women over 40, I had a very clear messaging system. I kept it simple and I repeated it over and over again. I did test and refine it over time, but I stuck to these 3 clear messages. Stop doing so much cardio, lift weights, and eat more protein. I did that through storytelling, not only with my own body, but the journey that my clients made. I spoke their language and used content that I knew would resonate with them because I knew it was going to resonate with me. And I started seeing comments like, well, I can't get rid of this belly fat over and over again. And so I used that in my messages. I found out what my avatar's biggest problems were, usually with their comments on social media, and developed messaging to solve their problems. Messaging is the bridge between your ideal client and turning them into paying clients. Here is how you develop your messaging. Speak their language. Use wording, stories, and content that resonates with them deeply. Trust and relevance is actually going to turn into sales. By building the trust with your audience, and the messaging attracts people and they're going to invest in you to get results. You also need your messages for lead generation. So make sure you're putting calls to action so you're turning strangers into potential clients or leads. Then you can move them through the sales process. So next, I'm going to talk about the sales process because this can be really scary, can't it? And I always thought of myself as somebody that didn't like sales, but actually I really love talking to people. And so if you love talking to and connecting to people, you're probably going to really enjoy sales. When I launched my online fitness business, I started selling a program that got women that transformation called the 6-week shred. It was specifically designed for women over 40 to lose fat quickly with a combination of nutrition and exercise. I provided the workout programs, the meal plans, but I can tell you it wasn't perfect. I recorded the content and I just got it out. I organised a live event to get feedback and made adjustments to the plan. The key point is that your first program is never going to be perfect right from the get-go. Whether it's coaching or passive income, just get it out and start selling it. It doesn't even need to be built yet. You can build it once you get people into the program and you've actually sold it to them. You want to turn strangers into clients. So sales is the process of taking people who kind of resonate with you and turning them into paying clients. If that sounds crazy and you are thinking, well, how do I start all this? I am going to show you a fantastic way to get sales leads easily, and it will make the process really easy for you. And it helped me sell my products on steroids. Anybody can do this. When I started my business, I had one of these and it evolved over the years and it's helped my business make over $2.5 million. This is literally my secret sauce for anyone who has an online business, as it enables you to collect potential clients' email addresses and then market to them on an ongoing basis. So what is it? It's a free lead magnet. A free lead magnet is based on the rule of reciprocities. That is, if you give your avatar loads of free value up front, at some point they are going to reciprocate and they're going to buy from you. If you have a YouTube channel, that's one example of a free lead magnet. You are giving loads of free information up front, so it builds up an enormous amount of trust and credibility, and therefore that person is much more likely to buy from you. But I want you to create another lead magnet that will help you sell on steroids. Here are some examples of lead magnets. A really simple one that gets amazing results for me is simply a PDF download. This will be some sort of guide that you are likely to offer as part of your bigger offer. It's normally something you might put into your course, but you're going to offer it for free. And it's solving your customer or your avatar's problem. It could be a digital product. As an example, I offer a free 7-day program in my app. It could be a video tutorial. This could be like a demonstration or a screen share or simply a how-to guide video. This one is actually my least favourite, especially for people who've already got a YouTube channel, because they've probably watched tons of your videos, and I believe people like something they can download and keep. The next one I'm going to mention is just under development for me, but a free quiz. This gives someone a real insight into how they can solve their problem by actually taking the quiz and getting a really unique answer for them. This is one of my favourites, as well as the PDF download. Your lead magnet should solve a problem. Never worry that you are giving too much information away and people won't buy from you. That is simply not true. It's about the law of reciprocity. It has the opposite effect. It will trigger people to buy from you. And don't make the mistake of making it low quality because it's free. You are showcasing the best of you and what you can offer. So it needs to be amazing, because it's going to make them think, if their free stuff is this good, I am definitely interested in buying from them. And if you would love a template and guide on exactly how to do this, I have a free download that would take you through how to create your first lead magnet and get on their way to making your $10,000 a month. Click the link below and create this free magnet in less than an hour using my free template and guide.